Let's get this over with. It is 5:51. It's quarter end, and it's an insane work week this week, but I still got to clock into my second job that doesn't pay anything yet, hopefully. And that's this channel. So just so everyone's clear, we're still posting the Battlefield 6 video on Friday, okay? But there's been so much crap going on in the past couple of days. Just everyone voicing their opinions on Destiny and voicing their opinions on the state of the game, and many big creators just flat out leaving. And I have not kind of voiced my opinions on Destiny as a whole. I said something at the beginning of the most previous video, which if you haven't seen it, go check it out. That kind of was like, Destiny views are down. I see it. I feel it. Not that it really affects me at all. You know, I have a full-time job that supports me, but like it's noticeable on my end too. And I can only imagine what it's like for other content creators. And so I just wanted to kind of chime in on all the discourse and kind of just offer my 2 cents on everything. And to do that, I am going to go on a bit of a rambling streak here, okay? But I'm going to bring it back home in just a little bit. So I've been doing this channel for a long time now. I think it's been 3 years now. The whole time I've been doing this, Destiny 2 has been the primary game that I've been uploading. And like there's been times where I've posted other games because like we don't play Destiny all the time. And those videos range from like the worst video I've ever made, view-wise and honestly editing-wise, to pretty damn good. And like for some reason, even after seeing all of that success, I never could jump ship from Destiny. I could never just full send into a variety YouTuber. Not that I am a YouTuber, but you know what I mean. Like I could never just leave Destiny because I loved it. I love Destiny. I love the game. I wanted to be a Destiny content creator. I wanted to post build videos. I wanted to post raid funny moments, dungeon funny moments, Grandmaster Nightfall funny moments, Crucible fun. Like I wanted to do anything and everything Destiny related because that's how much I love the game. And that's why I'm kind of giving this backstory so you can understand why I love the game so much. And so just hang with me here. God, one sip did me in. Jesus. Now, what you guys have to understand about me is that I have not been playing Destiny for 11 straight years since 2014. Like, not a majority, but like I'd say a good chunk of the player base has. And like a majority of my friend group. Now, I played Destiny 1 and I fell in love with it, but not in the way that you would think. I fell in love with the PvP of that game. I was a PvP kid. Now, back in 2014, what? I would have been, I'm 23 now. I'm a finance major. I should know this. I was 12 years old. Jeez, I'm so brain dead, dude. But at the time, like I said, I was a PvP kid, and like, you know, I got my fill of Destiny PvP. But when I tell you I hit it hard for a few months there, and I fell in love with it. It was great. But then I was enjoying Advanced Warfare so much more at the time. And I know a lot of people say Advanced Warfare not the best COD. I loved that. I loved that shit. I loved the customization. I loved everything about that game. So like I put Destiny down and like I didn't even play or buy Rise of Iron. I have to this day, even after going back and playing D1 again, you know, on my old Xbox and all this stuff since getting back into the game, I have yet to play Wrath of the Machine. Whoa, sorry. So I don't have an opinion on the raid. I've never played it. And then the Destiny 2 reveal was around the same time, if I remember correctly. And I remember looking at it and my peanut brain was just like, that just looks like Destiny 1. That doesn't look like anything new. It just looks like Destiny 1. And I was COD brained. I was like, if a COD looks similar than the previous COD, it's, you know, a copy paste, then like I'm not interested. And I had only seen like one trailer on YouTube. It wasn't like I did a deep dive into what Destiny 2 was. And then I was like, nope, I'm good. It was like, I saw one trailer. I was like, that kind of just looks like more of the same. I already have Destiny 1. I'm not going to buy Destiny 2. So years go by, right? I like I said, I didn't touch the game in Rise of Iron and I just stopped playing the game. And then one day I go to Target. So, and I'm looking at the video games and I'm looking around and I'm, you know, typing on the keyboards like a gross kid and I'm, you know, doing all this stuff. And I just see the box for Destiny 2 and I'm like, wait a minute, I have a friend who plays this. Mackie. And you got to understand, me and Mackie have been boys for a little bit now. I'd say middle school was when we really started hanging out. But me and him would play like Rainbow Six, hey, Velvet Shell. If you know, you know. But I loved the beginning of Siege, and we would play Siege and GTA heists together. Severin and Hunter, shout out the boys. But he would always leave to go play with his clan.
His fellow clansmen in that notorious ceremony.
Clanman, do you accept the light?
And sorry, but he would always go leave to play with his just mysterious clan. He wouldn't tell us who was in it. He would. I just never met these guys. And so I call Mackie in the line at Target, and I say, "What about this game, Destiny 2?" And he goes, "What about it?" And I go, "Is it fun? Like, do you play it?" He goes, "Yeah, I play it." And I just say, "Well, should I get it? If I'm lying, I'm dying." Over the phone, he goes, "No." Just said, "Don't play it, dude. Don't do it. It's horrible." So being the stubborn friend that I am, I sat there and I was like, "Mom, can you buy this for me?" She was like, "Yeah, sure." And I got home and I started playing. It was like riding a bike. It was Season of the Drifter, I think. And I tried the new game mode, Gambit. I was like, this is fun. But like if Mackie was on, he was usually playing with the clan, and I was kind of playing by myself a majority of the time. Through that season in Opulence, I got up to power cap, and I kind of was like, okay, that scratched my itch. And then out of nowhere, after Shadowkeep launched, by the way, and the game went free to play, I got a party invite from Mackie where he was just like, "We're doing a raid. Do you want to join us?" And I was like, "Sure." I have no clue what I'm doing. I haven't watched a video. And he goes, "No, it's fine." So we leave the party, just the two of us, and we join the new party. If I remember correctly, it was Hodges, Kevin, myself, Bradford, Ben, Mackie was the raid team for Garden of Salvation. They were stuck on the Hydra boss with the eyes he had to shoot. And the first thing I hear, I swear on everything when I joined, was Ben arguing with Bradford over the callouts. And he just goes, "No, like I shot the outside. No, I shot the outside, guys. I swear. No, Bradford, you fat. I shot the outside. I know I did." I join, right? And like I don't say a word. Mackie doesn't say a word. Mackie doesn't introduce me. And I join the game, right? And I'll never forget Ben's Guardian is like facing this way, right? And he just turns and he goes, "Who the fuck is this guy?" And he just like turns and looks at me and sees me. And the rest is history. And the game that I just kind of casually got into to pass the time, it led to me making lifelong friends. And to them on that day in October, it was just another raid, just another day in Destiny, but for me, that was kind of the beginning for me. And it unlocked something that I never really got to experience, which was raiding, doing dungeons, and doing high-end content with your friends. And that just opened the floodgates for me. And after that, I was addicted. It's just crazy to think that without Destiny, without, me being stubborn and ignoring Mackie, and with everything that's happened, everything happens for a reason. God's got a plan. And but like I said, that was the beginning for me. And like I wanted to get close with these guys because I wanted to be able to raid with them more. I wanted to be able to do dungeons more. I wanted to be able to do all this stuff. I know it's getting progressively darker throughout the video, the sun's setting. But for my friends, Shadowkeep in a lot of ways was kind of the beginning of the end. We'd have a mixed bag with Beyond Light. We'd have the excellent Witch Queen, and then we have Lightfall, which just sucked. But for my friends, this downward spiral has been happening slowly over time. The little things, and even the big things, but the little things that for me, I was like, that's not that big of a deal. For them, it was like, I don't think you understand. They're kind of undoing everything that was great. They had a 5-year head start on me when it comes to playing this game every day and for enjoying the game as long as they had. And here we are, near almost 6 years. I'm finally where, as of right now, I'm where most of my friends have been for the past year or year and a half now. And this game ain't it no more. This game ain't it, dude. It's just not. It used to be great. It used to be so good, but like the company's just not the same. Greed has literally consumed them. The thing is for me, and this is the crux of it, I told myself a long time ago, I would not play games that I did not find fun anymore unless I played them with my friends. Counter-Strike 2, I hate. I hate every single thing about that game. I hate it. My friends love it. And when we're playing good and they're carrying me and I have 3 kills, I still am having fun because I'm playing with my friends. For the longest time until until the Edge of Fate ended, my friends still played. And we didn't play much, but we played. But that thing that kept me attached to this game for years longer than I should have been is my friends, and my friends are gone. My friends are off to greener pastures. Depending on how you look at it, they're playing Counter Strike, which I think is going from an alleyway to a landfill, but to each their own. Like raid nights, grandmasters, dungeons, private crucible matches. If you name it in Destiny 2, we did it, and it was what made the game, even in its worst states, fun for me to play. And I understand why my friends have moved on. And like there's times where I still play the game with buddies. Like Bradford, when he gets on at like 9, and like I usually am done editing around then, and so like we'll maybe run Caldera. It like our two separate Caldera instances and just be in Discord talking to each other. Like what? And that's what it kind of boils down to for me, is that like whoever at Bungie thought it was a good idea to give the most streamlined progression for the most desirable loot that you have designed this entire expansion around, being tier 5 loot, being guns and armor. And when you tie it to solo ops Caldera instead of coil, instead of dungeons, instead of grandmasters, instead of raids, whoever decided that, that is the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life. Because why would we sit there and run strikes that have been in the game for years when all I want to do is raid with my friends, reprise dungeon loot, reprise old raid loot? I'll run Vault of Glass for the 800th time if I can get a tier 5 God roll Fatebringer, a tier 5 God rolled Hezen. I'll do that. I don't care if that's old content. That's fun. After all of this, explaining the history of my channel, the background of how me and my friends met, all of that is teeing up the fact that I can't play this game anymore. I just can't. And not for forever, but because like I pre-ordered Renegades, and I'll be damned if I don't at least try it out, try out the new dungeon, make a video on it. Maybe we'll do a campaign video. I know me, Bradford, and BDP already have plans to play the launch of it, or me and BDP do. I haven't quite reached out to Bradford yet because I don't know where he'll be. Because like some stuff does look cool in Renegades. I will give them that. But between Battlefield 6 and me being probably one of the 8 people on planet Earth that's kind of excited for Black Ops 7, there's a lot of good opportunity for me to try something new for the first time in 2 or 3 years and stick with it. Because like I said at the beginning, I've had success branching off and doing different stuff. I just never stuck with it. So that's what we're going to do until Renegades. We're going to branch off, try some different things, throw a lot of shit at the wall, and see what sticks. My best memories, arguably on planet Earth, are playing this game. My best friends, men that will be in my wedding, I met playing this game. And there have been times where I've tried to bring my friends back. I have been the Bungie shill of our friend groups more times than I can count. But I can't. I've been smoking copium so hard, I can't do it anymore, man. I just can't. I can't defend the greed of a major update rolling out. It doesn't mean that you get to add $250 worth of Eververse items and jack to the real game. You can't do it. You can't do it and have me just say, yeah, that's fine. Because it's not. It's not. It's just so greedy. And then the brain dead decision making, like tier 5 stuff that I mentioned before, and the pure lack of fun in the game is just not there anymore. For me, that's the subjective part. That's what comes in. That's what makes the game fun for me, is doing in-game content at the highest level possible with my friends. I can't do that. I'm not going to bring up drama, but like it has literally caused almost a small rift. I tried to schedule a raid with the guys, and I couldn't get it. I couldn't get anyone. I couldn't get anyone. No one wanted to play. Brand new raid. Brand new raid. A great raid that I've done, by the way. I have a video on it. I'm not gonna upload it though. Not anytime soon. Because no one cares. My friends don't care. People on YouTube don't care. And I've finally gotten to the point where I don't know if I care anymore. So I say all that to say, I hope you guys understand. And I hope you guys can stay with me as I try new things from now until Renegades. And if Renegades comes out, guys, and it is just horrible, that might be it for me. I mean, it would be a good 6 years on this game. All good things must come to an end. And this isn't the end yet. I have a bad feeling, though, that it probably will be after Renegades, but I will be going in with an open mind and just try it out. And I hope that it's good. But I love you all so much. To all my friends who are watching this, thank you guys so much too. I will probably still chime on offline here and there, but like, I don't think I can play Destiny with the intention of recording and making a video maybe ever again. And I hope I'm wrong. I hope the dungeon's good. I hope we get guys to play the dungeon, and I hope it's great. I really do. To the game of Destiny, goodbye for now. Hopefully not forever. But if it is, then I wanted to make this video just to catalog what this game has meant to me and how much I loved this game. I don't know if I made any sense making this video, but like that quote from Andy in The Office, like, I wish you knew you were in the good old days before you were out of them, or however the quote goes. But I want to have this video to look back on just to say, like, those were the good old days. And that's the main reason I started this channel, was so that I could have a catalog of the good old days. And yeah. But hopefully we can make some new good old days coming up here soon. So, love you all so much. And be on the lookout for that Battlefield 6 video. And all the other videos I have planned from now until the end of the year. Every single 2 weeks I have a video planned. So, get excited for that. So, good grief. I've been talking for so long, the sun has set. Good Lord. Me.